by Linda LaFlame. And we just posted that on the internet at YouTube. It's just about a week ago. It's doing very nicely. We're getting response from literally from around the world. I've got a few things to clear up today, a bit of information about Linda LaFlame and Food Stamp Blues and some of the people that participated in that particular adventure. I've got some things right here. I've got this guy right here, which is the original record. And there it is, Food Stamp Blues through Linda LaFlame. And if you're wondering why it says through instead of by, and of course, if you look closely enough, you can see that it was published in 1977 by Lorinda Publishing Company, ASCAP, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, Howard Cap Productions, O'Patterney Records, Food Stamp Blues, through Linda LaFlame. Now, Linda, as you all know, was the original member, one of the original members. I don't know whether she and David founded the group. I'm not sure about that. But, of course, she was one of the original members. The keyboardist, played piano, organ, etc. on all It's a Beautiful Day's first records. And she was also the co-writer of Whitebird, an enormous hit that still is out there today, being enjoyed by literally millions of people. In any event, in then Linda left the group, and that's history. That's somewhere on the internet. You can find all that information. She formed a group then in St. Louis called Titus's Mother, Titus Mother. And that group fell apart, and then she moved. I think she started another group back there called A Thought in Passing. They all moved then to Oakland, California, and I was introduced to that particular group in 1972 when I was producing shows, promoting shows, rock shows, music shows of all types at the O'Patterney Ballet Theater in Mountain View, California. Richard O'Patterney was the owner. He was my partner in what we called at that time Howard Cap Productions, and we were very fortunate in getting a great deal of new raw talent to present at our theater in Mountain View. One of the people that was instrumental in helping us put together that whole thing and help us to get publicity was, of course, Jerry Martin, who now resides someplace up on the West Coast, up around Oregon someplace, and was the producer of the Linda LaFlame mini album, which contained 4 songs, Food Stamp Blues being what I considered to be the best of the what do I call it? I'm really ticked off at what's going on type of songs. The line, the man said one thing and then done another thing, is universal. It doesn't necessarily pertain to any particular individual, either in politics now or in government now or whatever. It's simply a line that people use around the world. Politicians are always telling us one thing, and then, of course, they're doing whatever they need to do to get the job done. And that may be just the opposite of what they said. So anyway, that might be considered, Food Stamp Blues might be considered a protest song, but then again, it might not. In any event, Jerry Martin, who's, as I mentioned a moment ago, living up in Oregon someplace, was the producer there. The other, of course, Linda LaFlame was the writer, the piano player, the everything on that particular record. But she was accompanied by two very talented. There might have been more there. We're still trying to put together. I mean, that was some 30 odd years ago. We're still trying to put together who was there and who did what to whom. We, of course, the outstanding player on Food Stamp Blues is Jim Moose Moran, who's the flute player. He also plays sax, reeds, etc. And of course, along with Moose was John Zerigian, who was the guitarist, very talented young man. I don't know where John Zerigian is. If anybody knows where he is, or if he happens to watch this, get in touch with me. Captain Kazoo at gmail.com. It's that simple. Moose, Jim Moose Moran, where are you? What are you doing? Are these people still alive? Are they still playing? I mean, let's see, if that was 32 years ago, and let's say everybody was at least, what, 30? Maybe 25, 35, 45, 55. I mean, my goodness, we're talking about a bunch of old men. And, of course, Richard O'Padany, who was the owner of the O'Padany Ballet Theater in Mountain View, unfortunately passed away several years ago. Along with Richard, who was a photographer as well as a ballet dancer and ballet instructor, he was also a quite accomplished photographer. And video, we started doing video back with Ampex, way the hell back in the 70s. Anyway, Richard became very ill. His belongings, his etc., etc., etc. He had been recently married, had a young son, and he passed away. I've been in contact with his lovely wife and his son, who probably now is in his 20s, late 20s, 30s, and we're still digging through things, trying to find some pictures. The same went for another one of our great photographers, Mike Holm, who is also lives up on the coast in Oregon. And Mike, if you happen to see this, we'd certainly like to find some of the pictures that you took at the O'Padany, at the Thought in Passing shows, etc. So let's see. I touched on Mike and Moose and Zerigian and Linda and so on and so forth. People have asked me why am I revising this? I don't know. It sounded to me appropriate. We're in trying times, and it just seemed to me to be appropriate. Other than that, I'm not going to get involved in any kind of political business. What else can I tell you? Looking at my notes here, which really doesn't amount to a heck of a lot. But at the same time, who else do I want to call out to? Where is Zerigian? Where is Moose? Where is Mike Holm? Where is we know where Jerry is. I've got an email from Jerry. We're back in contact. We know where Linda is. Linda's moved. Linda lives someplace else. I'm here. Other than that, I don't know what the heck to tell you. I'm going to say this, though. We'll be back with more of these as we progress. And what can I say? Enjoy the music. This is Captain Kazoo saying, keep on humming. Play the record. Listen to it. Listen to it. Does it make any sense? I love you all. And you see him going through the same place as you. The same place. See.